Hello everybody, my name is Zen and welcome back to our Indie Game Spotlight, where this week we are looking at Awesomenauts. Awesomenauts is an indie game developed by Ronimo Games and originally was released on the PS3 and the Xbox 360, but it quickly released on PC through Steam after seeing not only massive success, but also a massive demand for it from PC gamers. The game itself is a 2D side-scrolling action platforming MOBA game. I know that's a little to take in there, but it's kind of like League of Legends except a 2D side-scroller. In the game, you control a hero called an Awesomenaut, and there are currently 13 to choose from. Each one has unique abilities, visuals, playstyles, voiceovers, and even theme music, which is incredibly unique. Your goal, once you're in the game, is to get to the other team's base and destroy their core. To do this, you have to fight through waves of enemy robots that'll end up spawning, killing players from the other team, and even taking down the really dangerous towers that are in your way. And since the maps are mirrored, the enemy team will have to do the exact same thing, and they're going to try to get into your base. Unlike League of Legends, though, you don't necessarily buy items during the game. Instead, you upgrade your abilities with a predetermined set of upgrades that you choose before even getting into a single match. These upgrades can be anything from a flat increase to damage to a completely changed core mechanic of a certain ability, but you can also get your health and movement upgrades through the same process. All of this can be bought using Solar, which is an in-game currency that you gather while doing just about everything during a match. Not only is there a flat amount of Solar per minute that you end up receiving, but there's also blocks of it laying around the levels that you can collect by simply running over it. You also gain Solar every time you kill an enemy Awesomenaut or take down one of their robots or even one of their towers. And on some maps, there's dangerous beasts that will drop a lot of it, however you may need most of your team in order to help even kill them. Also throughout the levels, you'll find health boosts, and these will restore some of your health when you run over them. You can also restore health by killing certain creatures in each level, or by returning back to your base, where you will quickly regenerate your health. Whenever you die or start a fresh match, you will never have to worry about sitting in your base waiting to respawn. Instead, you drop out of the sky in a drop pod that you can control, and on your way down, there will be strings of Solar that you can collect to give you an extra boost over the other team, which all of this allows you to be somewhat useful even when you're dead. The other thing to mention is that it's quite possible to jump in and out of matches that are currently running when using the quick match feature. If you're in a team and your teammate disconnects, it will replace the person with a bot. Now, this may seem bad at first, but the bots can actually be quite annoying and do a decent job of filling the spot of your team, although they will never be as good as a real player. Having this feature reduces some of the pressure that you normally feel when playing MOBAs, since it's less likely that your teammates will get incredibly angry at you and start saying some pretty nasty things. In fact, the whole game has a pretty nice, casual, friendly vibe that allows you to pick up and play it whenever you really feel like it. That being said, this game is incredibly easy to learn, but very difficult to master, and there's a pretty noticeable gap between bad players and really good ones, especially since almost every single ability in the game is a skill shot of some sort. On top of that, you also have to worry about those platforming elements. A well-timed jump can easily mean the difference between life or death in most higher-level play. But thankfully, the matchmaking system does a fairly good job of determining your skill level and placing you into different leagues accordingly. As you play more games, your account will level up and you will unlock new stuff. This can be anything from a new Awesomenaut to a new ability upgrade for the different characters. And there's a prestige system in the game as well, allowing you to reset your account level, much like what is found in the Call of Duty multiplayer. Personally, though, I've never seen the point to a prestige system, since it turns leveling and gaining awesome rewards while you play into a total grind fest, and all of that is for internet cred, which is ridiculous when you think about it. By now, you've probably noticed that the game has a really unique cartoon style as well. In fact, the game has a ton of character wherever you look, including the additional DLC skins for each Awesomenaut. Plus, Ronimo is always updating the game. They're adding new characters voiced by various gaming celebrities and constantly tweaking the balance of the game so that way it's more enjoyable for everybody. So Awesomenauts made it into our indie spotlight. because in a world where everyone seems to be developing a MOBA game, this game has tried to do something completely different. And it worked. In fact, it not only worked, but I almost prefer it to the standard model of MOBA games. It's fun, brilliant, beautiful, and it's not quite as rage-inducing as some of the others in its genre. You could pick this game up on Steam right now for $10, or alternatively, for the next 13 days of the time uploading this video, you can go over to humblebundle.com, and there is a new Humble Indie Bundle, which has Awesomenauts in it. In fact, it also has Hotline Miami, Proteus, Little Inferno, Capsized, Thomas Was Alone, and Dear Esther. You also get all of the soundtracks to the games, and who knows, they may add more games along the way here. You can get all of that for the average price of $5.68, or alternatively, you can pay more and give some of that extra to charity, which is quite cool. On that note, leave any feedback and discussion in the comments below. Let me know who your favorite Awesomenaut is, and we shall see you guys next time.